a big ask on it too. I'm also doing a quick recap trade on did on TME and VIPS. These telecommunication companies were really selling off in the last couple of days, which I didn't really get what was the reason on them. Um, but today
It's
they did a
the
bounce. What was the reason for those big
it's this
sell-off?
yeah there was like this family fund called Archego managed by
Archego.
this some guy, and he and he I guess he was like I heard he was like they were giving him like margin of like up to like 10 and 20 times, and he got a bunch of margin calls. He had to liquidate everything.
Oh, so that big sell-off turned out. So this Archego fund, they really sell off for two
Yeah,
days, and then today they got this bounce. The TME is one of these telecommunication companies, VIPS, WIAC.
yeah. He
So
was
the,
heavily
yeah,
he was he was heavily invested in some of the Chinese stocks, and I guess he was in Viacom and DSCA,
yeah. One of the
and that's
world's
what ended
greatest
up.
Indian
Yeah,
fortune is wiped out in days. See, yeah. So anyway, so TME popped up today, and we had this high of pre-market 2180 and did some sort of 2132. I tried to take opening range break up on it at 2120, popped up to 2140, and then suddenly dropped on me. So that was my first long trade that I got stopped out, and then I flipped my position to the short. So I quickly scalped it to the short side. Not much. I didn't make much money here on the short side. And then I flipped my position, came back up. I flipped my position long, popped up, sold, and then I got stopped out. So here I was actually negative on it, almost in these trades, 1, 2, 3 trades. And then it came back up. It did a small consolidation. I decided to take the trade to the long side. I was really frustrated, really frustrated. But I took the trade at 29E, 2091 near 22, and then popped up. And I said, okay, this is the one. This is the one that starts running. So I added more. So I, popped up. Got out some, but I added more, much more. 2130 all the way up to 2180. On this pullback, I added more at 2150, and again popped up. And it's, as you see, it's just going up. I added a little bit more here at 2180. I still have it. Uh, I was thinking of maybe it goes to 22, but it's just this pullback. I'm gonna get out of the break even because now it's getting into my break even point. Maybe I should have waited to add around here rather than up there. So maybe it's actually much better to add something around here. So eventually we got this beautiful move on it from 21 to all the way up to 22. I think it's going to go and test the 22. That's the next important level. Same as VIPS. VIPS was same trade. It popped up, dropped, but it bounced back from the VWAP. Both Brian and I just jumped back in there for a 5-minute opening range break up, and as you see, from 30.75 went up. Then I added heavily back at 31.11 on this pullback, went up, and let's see if we can actually break this 31.87. There is a big ask here. So the high of the day is at 32. We might actually break the 32 here.
yeah, market's selling off. Qs are down.
Yeah,
SPY
Qs are
rolled
getting
over.
down.
Yeah.
So TME is coming
GLD.
down back to my break-even point. I'm getting out of my TME. I just got stopped out on my TME. And I'm going to hold this VIPS and see. This VIPS, I still have some room on it. My entry is at 31.14. So I'm gonna hold on to do my VIPS here because my entry is at 31.14. See if we can actually break the 31.88. There's a big ask here, and then go above 32. So I'm gonna hold on that. Yeah. So SPY is selling off. Market is selling off. Qs are down. So, Thor, what are you trading? Anyone else? Jared, what are you trading? John is trading Baidu. Baidu had a really nice run. I think probably John took a trade here at around here at break of high of the day. John usually takes this break of high of the day. I think John is probably long around 211 or something, huh? Then you have this nice run up there. 3 of them, very nice. Thor is a short Wyack at 47.80. That's interesting. CCL short as well. These airlines and cruise lines had a pop.
Yeah.
VIPS still is holding. I'm still long VIPS, 4,000 shares. I want to see if you can get to 32. So that's my entry is at 31.14. So I still have room on it. I got out of TME because I added way too much on it. So and my average was really coming down around here. This add was really unnecessary, but I think there is still potential for it to go back up to 22. Market is down. IWM is holding flat. Aldo had a really nice run. Qs are down 1% and SPY is down 0.7%. SPY is near all-time high, but QQQ is way into the bear territory.
Q's trying to find a bottom here.
Yeah, trying to find a bottom.
SPY's coming down to previous day low, yesterday's low. Dang it! I missed this trade on Discovery Channel. It's a trade where you get a strong stock and then you get a pullback, goes through the 9 and then hits the 20 and bounces on the 2-minute chart. That's exactly what it did.
Yeah, this one.
If you look at yeah, if you look on a 2-minute chart, you can see it just comes down, it touches the 20 and then bounces. That's a trade I like to do.
So this one is interesting. Yeah, one of the world's greatest hidden fortune is wiped out in days.
Oh, yeah.
Man, people are wiping out their fortune. Yeah, so telecommunication bounce. We took this trade and what is Apple doing? Apple is down 2%. That is not good. MBRX is popping back up. Can is popping. I think VIPS still has a break of 32 in it. I'm holding this VIPS. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for today's recap. Today is the webinar that we have by Mike. Mike is having a webinar, so we go to the bearwilltraders.com. Let's see what do we have today for webinars. So today we have when to transition from live to trading and when to come back to the simulator. That's a very important webinar that Mike is putting together for us. It's very important as a trader, always have this simulator on the side, and there are moments that you have to go back into the simulator and test your strategy, put the psychology back, and then come back into that. So this is a really good webinar that we asked Mike to do that. I think actually a couple of members asked that. And then tomorrow we have again Mike. So this week is Mike's week really. So he's going to talk about module 1, defining yourself as a trader. So hopefully we'll see you all in there. And Thursday is mentorship sessions with Thor. So we're going to see Thor on Thursday. And we have a couple of webinars lined up. And every Monday, guys, new members, every Monday, Carlos starts at 8 p.m. with Mike and Kyle, going through our community, onboarding tools and everything. And then it continues with Kyle Advanced Tools webinar. Talks about this. This one is open to everyone, including the trial members. So, walk you through all of the technological aspect of your trading. So that's pretty much the announcement. Yesterday I had a really bad day. Today I recovered some of that loss, and let's see if this VIPS can break the 32 if you can see a big ask on it or not here. Busy week for Mike. Let's see if this there was a big ask here, so there you go. So 315. That's actually a good thing if I keep the recording. So 32. So there is a 75 lot here, but there should be more. So 63. This is usually, you know, a bullish sign when people are asking higher. It's like someone is selling their house, but they're asking higher and higher because they know it's a bull market. So people buy their house more expensive. So when people are asking higher, it means that, you know, it's a bullish market and they're expecting the price comes to them. It's like exactly like there go popped up. Yeah, so nice. I still have 4,000 shares on it, just sitting out a little bit more here at 3104. Mounting pass. Sometimes the signals are so clean, but sometimes they're not really as clean as what you're expecting. So there is 79 lot. There has to be a much significant number from these ones. Like this, there is a 13 here. If you see a 20, that means nothing. But when sometimes there's like 100, 200,000, depending on the liquidity of the stock, that this is a sign that it really wants to go up. TME bounced back, so but this VIPS is still holding. All right, so I'm gonna hold a little bit of this one here, see if we can repair. It's already really extended on a 5-minute chart. We got a really good move on it, so I'm gonna hold a little bit of this, yeah. So I'm gonna hold this TNA and TQQ as well, and ARK is the Cathie Wood ETF. See what if you can get a bounce on this Qs or IWM. IWM is already bouncing a little bit. All right, guys, have a good day, and see you tonight in the webinar.